has been doing so well.
Yeah, of course. So let's move on to the picks and bans of Pires versus Scallions here. Scallions bans New Art Veranda 5 of 7. Pires bans Pub any 3 of 5. Scallions bans New Art Veranda any 5 of 8. Pires bans Gallery any 4 of 8. Scallions picks Courtyard 2 any 4 of 7. Pires picks High Rise any 4 of 8. Puff Gas 3 minutes. Scallions picks Gallery any 4 of 7. Pires picks New Art Ballroom any 4 of 8. Any highlights on this picks and bans here?
I think it's Pires biased. Like, I think Pires chose his maps, and then while he doesn't love Courtyard 2, I think Pires is going to do best on maps that are 4 of 7 or 4 of 8,
I see.
where compared to say like a pen op where you have to do a hardtail and Scallions can shoot you for it. On a map like Gallery or a map like Courtyard 2, he can get away with things, and he needs to get at least one spy win, and then we have to proceed with the idea that Pires is going to be shooting Scallions almost every single game he plays on Sniper, because he's done so against every player, including Scallions in the first matchup that they had.
Yeah.
We'll start on Courtyard 2. It'll be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Scallion starting off on Courtyard 2 as Spy here. Doesn't do any missions right off the bat. No ST, no DA. ST's at statues, and it's orange dress as well.
Yeah, the two things that I watch for at the beginning of a Courtyard 2 game are, did someone do a chaos bug, and did someone potentially get away with a immediate swap?
Yeah.
And I think in this game, Scallions got the unlucky AI, Ambassador's safe, and other than Orange Dress touching every statue in the game, there hasn't been much in suspicion in that sense.
But it's orange dress, so at this point she's always suspicious. So Scallion's going for the early seduce 51% plus back 2, possibly highlight. Now he's just going for he's checking for swaps here.
I think that might have been the statue that Orange Dress was already at, and he's just trying to double check if he can get it down to 2 people.
Yeah. Orange, no, that's there.
Para's getting a lot of very subtle lowlights and highlights, ones
Yes.
that are hard to explain, and I'm not going to speculate as a caster because I'm always going to be wrong.
Yeah, Pierce in chat can also enlighten us in his ways. 82% white tier.
Yeah,
1.5 missions done, 1 minute left.
Pires has it down to like 5 people, or 6 people already, and that's not a good look when you haven't done your hardtail yet.
No, definitely not.
Let alone the banana bread, which, unless Scallions wants to do 2 hardtails, is a requirement.
Goes here from here. Goes to an innocent convo. Seems like he's just wasting time at this point. 40 seconds left.
Scallions is a slow player anyways. He's not particularly afraid to time out. This is Orange Dress's 3rd statue.
Yeah. And he loaded. Yeah.
That's not cheeky anymore. That's just AI being silly. I don't think Scallions is. Ooh, he's going for 2 hardtails, and they're both greens.
Yeah. Swap mission. It doesn't matter. He still gets shot for it.
Huh.
That was an interesting shot.
Was it a quick pickup or something?
Oh, the purloin probably.
Oh, Purloin went off. I'm dumb. Yeah, that
let's
works.
see here.
Did you see the list very
Rejects
clearly?
it. No, it was a low light that picked it out.
Low light picked it up. That works too.
Yeah.
I liked the play. Trying to do a silent game there was definitely one option I didn't consider, and I think a strong option. Unfortunately, a low light picks up the
Pierce,
purple.
Pierce, in chat says, shot for seduction. Seen beside OJ too much.
Pairs. Okay, I believe you.
Okay.
We'll get started on the Piers spy side. Getting started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, who would you call this character actually? Because there's
Bondo.
so many. Bondo? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bondo and
This
his blonde brother, Blondo.
Bondo and Blondo. Okay. Gets a 33% flirt here.
Yeah, 33 is
Very
good.
typical. Very typical here.
I think 33 is actually optimal. If you're getting 34%, then you're likely, well, not likely because not very many people do it, but you are a possibility for getting highlight for an early flirt. 33% puts you right where you want to be, and this is gonna be a swap, isn't it? Immediate swap when he picks it up.
Immediate swap.
Is he gonna one cycle and try and get out of here? No,
Oh, he's
he's
kind of dying.
yeah, he's waiting for danger to get out of the way.
Yeah.
That? Okay, that was a
Definitely
very
sees it though.
early. Yep.
Definitely sees it though. Tries not shooting for it though.
Yeah, Scallions is patient, if anything.
But at this point, might be too patient.
Yeah, he would have lost if this was two green flirts.
Yeah.
If he knows he needs to take the shot on next flirt, I mean otherwise it's game. Pires, please don't try and flirt this.
It's gonna be too late.
Yeah.
He's just gonna windows and
Yeah.
sip the drink.
Yeah, no, I trust Pires to make the
Actually,
sound decision
yeah.
the vast majority of the time, and when it's not, I always attribute it to nerves.
The ST actually checks his watch, which actually gave him more time.
Oh
But
yeah,
still get shot. Yeah.
doesn't even have to get the talk off.
No. So he definitely saw the swap. Just waiting it out.
Yeah, this is a Scallions special of waiting it out. If Pires had had two green flirts, this game's over.
Yeah.
It's a spot where Scallions played very well to watch the swap and wait till Pires gets in conversation next to the ST. Good job, but it
Yeah.
just he took a risk, and I think the risk may have been unnecessary. I think he knew.
Yeah.
We're 1-1. Scallions
Yeah.
hold serve, and we're on high rise 4 of 8 with our wonky 3-minute 12-person setup.
Yeah, definitely here.
We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Scallion starting off as queen on high rise here.
I'm excited to watch Pierre's lowlights on this map. He plays it a lot like it's a talkie, like one of the like double modern or one of the smaller maps where there aren't very many mission sites or any mission sites. He gets a lot of highlights and lowlights just from these conversations, and then just has to zoom out once in a while to make sure nobody's doing silly swaps on the other side of the map.
That was a very interesting low light on the twin on statues there, though. Seems like he's not. He's confident enough that Scallions won't go to statues that early.
Pires is taking this season seriously. He has. I want to say, hopefully not a literal notebook, but it may well actually just be a literal notebook of his opponents. And if he knows that Scallions is unwilling to go to statues early, he can take that low light. It's a fair low light against certain players or certain situations.
Pierce saying it's secrets, of course.
Yeah.
It's here.
Scallions does not want any of Toby's time. This is actually a bit of a reject chain.
Yeah. But it wasn't a green. Too bad it wasn't a green purloin there.
If it was a green purloin, Pires was watching it.
Well, Scallions goes to statues, middle here. Fingerprintable one.
So, my instinct when I grabbed a fingerprintable mid-statue is also to swap it just for pure value sake. I know I've seen programming with Ed do it, because it's so tempting.
Yeah,
Instead, Scallions one cycles it, and I think if Piers had seen that, it would have looked very unsuspicious. One cycling mid statue is a weird choice.
yeah. Goes for the transfer. I'm pretty sure that was in his peripheral. Yeah, and he highlights for it.
With that bookcase in particular, you can base it on where the sniper's angle is. Piers didn't move as far right as we usually see. I think that's why Scallions isn't dead. Now he's dead.
He tried to bug. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's stuck. The bug still remains. His
Yeah.
body's on the floor, though, so it doesn't really matter.
Nope.
But the ambassador can go home tonight and find a bug on their bottom, and that's fine. And we'll proceed with Scallions down 1-2. Now
Yep.
sniping. I do love that we don't have to cut missions on high rise. I do not miss 4-7 high rise at all.
Of course.
If we are all ready, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Pierce starting off. Doesn't seem like any chaos bug would happen. Going for the quick flirt green, 1%. Really good one. Good start here. ST took a weird path between Amba to that.
I didn't like that path. He avoided the ambassador, which is a very good thing to do. You don't want to get highlight for
A bug that you didn't do.
A bug that you didn't do. That's the worst thing to get highlight for. But he went a bit around the ambassador, and I'm like, you're the spy.
Yes.
I'm also cheating. He has a green arrow above his head, but this is a solid start from Pires. Green flirt, banana bread that didn't result in very many lowlights. This is where he wants to be.
Even as ST got low light, so standing beside him, it would be harder to pair them up.
Yeah, have you ever had to neutral light an ST preparing? Because that's one of my least favorite things to do. I'm just like, I can't see you if you're low lit, but I need to watch you for the flirt.
I don't do that actually. I don't neutral light people just because I expect them as a seduction target. I just try to keep it in mind.
Purloin's gone off. I'm not sure Scallions has seen it. He's hopefully seen it now. He has a good angle on it.
Does see it. The lights.
The drink is in Piers's belly.
Yeah.
And he. Ooh,
that was a poor decision. And it didn't even stick. That would have been his last mission. And he tries to do it again. What?
Well, no, he tries, but he's not dead, so.
What's happening here? What is happening here, Scallions? That was definitely full view.
Yeah.
And he does a cough cough. Okay.
Yeah,
What was that?
I think Pires, that cough is just okay, if you're not going to notice 2 bugs in a row, may as well abort a banana bread. But yeah, Scallions, I'm not sure if that was a highlight for the Purloin that just was very poorly timed, or if that was a highlight for the bug. But yet again, I don't mean to be critical, but you gotta shoot. You gotta shoot there. If you saw the bug. If you didn't see the bug, then no harm.
Well, yeah, Scally said should have shot. No idea why though. He's not giving an explanation here.
Well, you should have shot. It's a spy. It's always going to be the case. It's not. No question asked. It's a spy. I think he was the only highlight left too. Maybe 2 left.
Yeah.
Pires takes the lead, and now Scallions has to win on the spy side, which is a big ask because Pires has been dominant on the sniper side throughout SCL.
Yeah.
Particularly this season. Now we get to cut missions. It's Gallery 4-7. Inspect statues has been, I think, the meta cut recently, despite the fact that you lose some highlights against certain players.
Yeah, definitely here.
But we'll get started.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna ask you, what's your cut mission for Gallery 4-7?
Gallery 4-7, I would cut Purloin because I'm not good at getting greens with Purloin. I'm good at getting greens on everything else, but Purloin is my nemesis.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah?
So, yeah, with like flirts, I do them too casually, and I just get whites all the time. With Purloin, I like lean in, stare down the action test, and I get
Mm-hmm.
it. I get it quite a bit.
I
And
see.
then the other pro noob green test is timer flirts. Sorry, timer flirts. Time ads.
Time yes.
Time ads. I like have the rhythm down, where I
Yeah.
get green time ads way too much compared to the rest of my tests.
Because you're not stressed. You're
Yeah,
just
exactly. There's
there.
there's no
Yeah.
stress, but also taking I'm caring about it. Unlike flirts, I don't know why I do flirts so casually.
Well, Scallions gets an early 51% going to outside. Probably just for the seduction timer. Oh, time ads here. It's a white, and Piers is also zoomed out.
Yeah, so Piers is doing what I think is pretty optimal for gallery, which is just spending most of the time zoomed in and then taking a peek at the outside to make sure nobody's doing anything particularly insane.
Yeah, especially if you're zoomed in and your amber is within your eyesight. So,
Banana
not
red.
much things to do here. Gets a BB, gets a BB split, gets looks like 3 lowlights here. The BB goes back into flirt.
I've enjoyed Scallion's plays so far. He's trying to make the plays that he needs to do to bamboozle a Pires. He got some green tests in that first game and unfortunately got shot for
Oh
stick
no,
deuce.
should
Yeah.
have went to the other side of OJ for that.
He's
He's
he,
gonna green
he's
it
got
too.
two. He's got 2 minutes. He's fine.
Yeah,
The
but could have been a complete mission.
the BB split, I think, while it wasn't rewarded with a low light, was a good play. I'm liking Scallion Spy Side, even if it's not being rewarded with wins.
No, of course. Um, what he's looking for to do next. Looking for a timer flirt looks like here. Minute 30 left. Gonna take a drink. He
No, Scallions has
got.
rejected every single drink that's been offered to him this set. If he took a drink, I'd be surprised.
Well, he's gonna complete that with a minute 15 left. Possibly running out of time for the last 2 missions here.
He's got an opportunity. Ambassador's in the front window, which means that Piers is spending a lot less time
Yeah.
zoomed in, and would be a good opportunity there. And Ambassador's already left. It would have been if he's gonna do a hardtail. That was the timing to do so. Now Ambassador is gonna be over near him, and if he does a purloin here, it
And
may
he
well be
purloins here.
seen.
And it's seen, and he got.
Yeah, if Piers taking time to line up the headshot, it's never a good look.
Confident that he's not done. But he got caught here. Let's see here.
We'll move on to Piers by side. Same cut mission actually. He's also cutting inspect. It's just
Yeah.
really hard on gallery to go to 2 statues, and because the map's so big that you spend a lot of time just walking around.
Yeah. Going to 2 statues would actually cut down your chances of getting your complete.
Yeah, it hurts your flirt for sure.
It hurts your flirt, and only time it's actually beneficial is when Ambassador goes to a statue and fingerprints it.
Yeah,
So,
and it also helps, I think, cover for the swap. If you want to do it, then you aren't being watched particularly carefully. I think it's a very solid pick. I think that's why people are taking it off. We'll get started. 3, 2, 1, go.
here's playing as Green Polka Dot.
Yeah,
Looking for that early seduce here. Going.
yeah,
And
he'll
maybe
likely
behind
stuff
the
himself
back
in the
bug?
conversation.
Behind the back bug? No.
Yeah, he's going to go in that conversation right next to seduction target. I want to talk about gold standing. So Piers, very similar to your end in that last set, just hasn't lost a game, and has looked dominant doing so. He's had a few closer games than Then year end, he's had a couple 5-3s, but it's never really looked like Pires has been in severe danger of dropping this
Oh, you
division.
cut
And
out. You cut out.
Scallions has done very well for himself. I'm sorry. Scallions has done very well for himself in this division,
Yes.
which has a lot of very stylized players. You have Ferret, who's very slow. You've got Scallions, who's very slow. You've got Elvis Snake, who's about as aggressive as it's going to get on both sides, without being actually insane, like Turnout style from season one. And then Piers is whatever style he feels like playing on that day. And today's day, it looks like getting a lot of lowlights on Scallion's side, actually. I'm not sure. Was this just all from the banana bread?
Um, possibly. ST's gonna be nice to him at the bookshelves as well.
Yeah,
First
Scallions
percent.
has so many lowlights, and his only highlight, I think, is the highlight that he just gives to Orange Dress for being Orange Dress.
Yeah.
If he highlights
Statue.
Piers
Oh,
for the statue.
fingerprint.
This is the benefit of not having inspect statues on. You
Yeah,
get
you
to
don't
go to
get
fingerprint
highlight.
walls.
What's he gonna do here? Possibly a timeout here? Oh, just a watch check here.
Harris has checked his watch at every window he's gone to. Shame on him. Clear spy move. I'll give some secret data. It's about 25% that an AI will look at their watch, and it's about 75% that a person will look at their watch. People really like pressing buttons.
Yeah, especially they don't like just standing there doing nothing. Or in this case, sitting there and doing nothing. He's requested a drink. Here's looking
Yeah,
for the purloin here.
Harris has taken Purloin, and he got shot for it last time. Let's see here.
General, it's
What was that pathing?
he's running away from the Toby. What he's trying to do. And he gulps it. Yeah, he's running away from that list. Scallions does not see it.
He's getting low
Gets
lights, though.
one neutral light. Here's finishing off with the seduction to 98%. He's gonna try to 15 seconds left. Gonna be able to do this.
Is Is it going to come down to Scallions having to shoot for an overtime flirt? Because that's not
No,
fun.
ST is not kind to him. He's gonna have to check his watch and goes off. Gets shot for it.
That
Oh,
time at stuck at 0.00.
yep. Yeah, he definitely saw it. Gonna shoot him in the foot.
Yep, Pierce's Achilles heel. It's seduction targets, running away, and also getting shot in the heel.
Of course.
Yeah, if Pierce had gotten a green flirt, this game would have been over. But just like the first game, he didn't, and he's now dead. So good job on Scallions, but yet again, another game where it came down to if Pierce could hit his green test or not.
Yeah. I also was watching him this game live, and I also saw that Orange Dress was at a bookshelf again for a second seduce, but he didn't take it. I told him after the fact, and he said that he wasn't gonna do it because it was too obvious for him. Like,
Respecting your opponent's never a bad idea.
yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to be critical there.
No, definitely not.
We're 4-2 to Pires, if I'm not mistaken, with his one spy win, and then otherwise snipers have dominated, and we're on ballroom. Good old, very balanced 50-50 map. Let's
Okay.
see if there can be a bit more sunshine on ballroom. Getting started. 3, 2, 1, go.
Scallions playing as Mini-Me, going for that early flirt. Oh, right away.
I still want to call him Knick-Knack.
Knick-Knack, okay, sure.
Because I know people have suggested Odd Job from the GoldenEye games. He's particularly short.
I see.
But one thing, he doesn't have a hat, which is like Odd Job's main
That's his
main
signature,
thing,
yeah,
signature
definitely.
thing. And two, Oddjob in the movies isn't short. Knick-Knack is. He looks a lot like Knick-Knack from Man with the Golden Gun, but that's just me using my caster privilege. Piers getting lowlights for him leaving, like AI's leaving the empty conversations, which is a different style than what I think we've been playing at the beginning of the game, and getting highlights for assumed flirts. This is brutal.
That is brutal. He goes to the windows here. What's he gonna do? Uh, he's gonna add time. That's not good. A highlight, and only other person is Sal in danger at windows. Gonna get
I think
highlight for that as well.
I think he got away with it. Piers is
Think so?
watching so many things that
Oh,
time heads aren't necessarily one of them.
bug goes off.
The book was good. I'm scared though.
Pierce, we're talking about here.
Yep, Piers is holding the angle.
And he's taking his time, and he's looking for something here.
Yeah. So Piers is one of very few who knows and cares about putting book backs on
Yes,
animations.
yes,
And with that zoom in, there's no question about it. He was just waiting for the Scallions to return the book,
yeah,
likely based on the suspicion either from the bug or from the time ad. And that
yeah.
puts Piers as the winner, 5-2. But Scallions playing, I think, a very strong spy throughout the set, and then just dropped one game where he knows he should have shot, and didn't, unfortunately.
Fortunately, I also talked to Pierce after the fact, and he said the animation is very subtle. Like he said it was like, oh, the breathing of the character. I'm like, I can't. What are you talking about, Pierce? What are you talking about? Watched that replay so many times, and I couldn't see what he's seeing. I just can't.
It's fine. You can just get shot for it. You don't have to play Piers competitively, fortunately. Unfortunately, for the rest of Gold, Piers is in the division, and at this point, with beating Scallions, who I think was second place, or is second
Yes,
place, that really cements Piers as the top player. I think he could afford a couple of losses or a couple of non-wins and still win the division at this point. And it'll be interesting to see who's going to come through as the second place in gold. It's going
indeed,
to be
indeed.
it's going to be Scallions who's played his games and is doing well, or those players like Ferret who haven't been playing their games as much. And if Ferret goes on a streak, he can basically guarantee himself second. I think is
Yeah,
the position he's in.
only took quite a few games on Ferret. So let's go to the